Hardy was the most disliked worker at Suntech Solutions. He always talked about himself, his achievements, weekend plans, and new gadgets. In the office, his coworkers often got tired of listening to him. "Want to hear about my new smart home system?" he would say, cutting into conversations with long talks about his latest tech buy. Emily from marketing often whispered to Mike from sales, "Not again." Mike would just shake his head. Hardy never listened to others and only talked about himself. That's why nobody liked him. One rainy Saturday, Hardy went into a small bookstore. He saw a red and white book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Bored and curious, he bought the book and started reading that night. One part of the book hit him hard. It said, "Most people don't care about your stories. They care about their own." Hardy felt shocked but kept reading. The book talked about 6 ways to build real friendships. 1. Be truly interested in other people. 2. Smile. 3. Remember people's names. 4. Listen well. 5. Talk about what others care about. 6. Make people feel special and important. The next Monday at work, Hardy decided to try something new. During the coffee break, he went to Emily. "How was your weekend, Emily?" he asked with a warm smile. Emily looked surprised. "I went hiking with my photography club," she said. Hardy asked, "What kind of photography do you do?" Emily got excited. She showed him her landscape photos and talked about her passion. Hardy listened carefully and asked good questions. "These mountain pictures are amazing," he said honestly. "The light is beautiful." Emily was shocked. This was the first time Hardy had ever shown genuine interest in her, even going so far as to compliment her. In meetings, Hardy started listening more. When Mike talked about a hard sales project, Hardy didn't interrupt. He asked, what was the hardest part of closing the deal? Mike, who usually didn't like Hardy, started explaining everything in detail. Hardy began remembering people's names and personal stories. When Sarah from HR talked about her son's football tournament, he asked about it the next week. "How did your son's tournament go?" he asked. Sarah was happy that he remembered. Slowly, things began to change. Coworkers started talking to Hardy. They invited him to lunch and asked for his ideas. "You seem different," Mike said one day. "More friendly." Hardy understood that the book wasn't about tricking people. It was about making real connections. By showing interest, smiling, listening, and making others feel important, he had changed how people saw him. His change wasn't instant. Some coworkers were unsure at first, but his honest effort gradually won them over. 3 months later, at a team event, Emily came to him. "I never thought I'd say this," she laughed, "but I'm glad we're friends now." Hardy smiled a real smile that came from his heart. He learned that true friendship isn't about talking, but about listening and caring. The book's lessons did more than improve his work relationships. They taught him that people care more about feeling understood than hearing about you. Looking around the room, with coworkers who were now friends, Hardy felt like he belonged, something he had never felt before. 单字 gadgets 小装置小玩意儿 noun a small device or machine with a particular purpose.